how to take your chicken thigh from bone in to boneless. So let me show you how to debone this thigh. You guys have asked and I have come to save you. First things first, also need a small knife, a paring knife as it's called. The reason why you want the smaller knife because you want to be precise and you want to have more control. You have better control of a small knife. Now let's get into deboning. And I forgot to say, yes, you do need your knife to be as sharp as possible. So you're gonna flip your chicken over and look for this bone, and then you're gonna arrive at the knuckle, and then you're gonna see this sinew here, mushifa kasoto, that's connecting the meat to the bone. So that's what you're gonna attempt to slice. You want to put pressure towards the bone and not towards the flesh, because you don't want to slice into the flesh of the chicken, and then you're just gonna scrape the sinew away, and where it's tough you just slice into the bone and then scrape it away. Like I said, put the pressure towards the bone and you just go around the knuckle, and you can see here it's stuck. Slice it and then keep on scraping it off. You need to hear the sound of the bone like that, just to make sure that you're not slicing into the meat, and you just keep going down. The meat will move along as you keep going down. See how clean the bone is? You're not wasting too much meat. And then you reach the end of this bone and you can see the sinew here is again the tough sinew. Slice at it if you need to. Just keep scraping away. Fun fact, knife skills are not my strongest point. And then when you reach the end like that, you can cut the bone off to release it. See, there we have our bone. And then you're gonna have this bone, which is the spine and the tail. So what I like to do here is start with my hands. You're gonna find away from the tail this part here, which is the oyster, which is that piece of meat that's stuck in between that bone that's hollow like that. You want to try and release it with your finger, which is what I'm doing here before I start cutting in. That's the meat that's in the oyster. You can see the sinew right there too, which is attaching the flesh. So once I can get underneath that meat like that, then I'll go in with my knife and I cut, like I said, pressure up against the bone, not the meat, because you're not trying to cut the meat. So I just keep going. Be careful to not cut your hand. Just up against the bone like that. You can see again not a lot of meat left on the bone. You just let the bone guide you. Make sure your fingers are not close to the blade. And then I'm at the end of the bone. I can release it. Just slice it off and remove the tail. Done. And there you have your deboned chicken thigh. Beautiful. And with the bones, like the offcuts, I don't throw these away. I just keep them in the freezer until I have enough, and then you can make chicken stock. And that's how easy that was. I promise you, you can do this.